Good evening, guys. Welcome to Drahbarni Man episode 2. Just been watching the wife work a return to sender spell. And the Romanies have their own, so the Drahbarni have their own. Again, it's using nature as part of it. So I'd like to do a return to sender as well. Just to give you kind of like, I think my wife did 3 for you. So I will do another one. It just gives you so many alternatives. In this line of work, as you know, there's so many people willing to work against you. So protect yourself. So yeah, here we go. So for this spell, I'm just going to make an anointing oil. You know, there's so many ingredients you can use for protection, stuff like that. If you're not aware of any protection, stuff like that, if you look up any herb, it has all of those qualities. It will tell you. Type in magical properties of any herb and it will come up. This is one which comes from my ancestry, which I'd quite like to do, and just show you what you're going to do. So what we're going to do, this is the candle I'm going to anoint later. So a black candle doesn't mean it's black magic, guys. It just means it's a protective colour and perfect for return to senders. Okay, what you're going to need is a small vial, empty, clean, blessed, whatever you want to do with it. Doesn't really matter. So the first ingredient I'm going to use, guys, is the third eye chakra oil. As you know, any magic comes from the pineal, same as we communicate with spirit and stuff like that. So if someone's using magics against me, or against the wife, something like that, third eye chakra oil is a must, because this will make sure it returns to his third eye and not ours, and it should give him a bit of a headache and stop him wanting to play. So again, as you know, it's sort of like, it's quite a Chivano oil I'm making. I don't class myself as a Chivano. Like I said, this, with my ancestry, is considered quite feminine, a bloke doing this. But, you know, luckily my family were quite supportive in it all. And like I said, I had the family spell books, stuff like that. So the first bit's going in there, guys, is a third eye chakra oil. Like I said, that will affect his chakra, his third eye, which is where he's casting from. So I'm just going to put two pipettes in there. Okay. The next ingredient I'm going to use is good old frankincense. As we know, frankincense is it's been used in churches for years and stuff, burnt in churches to ward off evil and stuff like that. You know, his intentions, the guy that's directing the magic towards me, I'm not going to direct it back to him. I'm just going to return to sender. I'm not going to have anyone in mind when I cast. This is literally, it could be anyone. But anyone who is sending anything towards me will get this back. And like I said, I'd like to feel guilty about that, but I tend not to. So you've got your third eye chakra oil there. So I'm going to add 3 pieces of frankincense resin to the mix. It's stuck on my ring, sorry. Okay, give it a little shake. Okay, the next part I'm going to use is calamus. So calamus is quite good for protection. It's also a good aphrodisiac. I don't want this guy to have feelings like that towards me, but it is good for protection and stuff like that. So it comes in sticks like this. It smells really nice, but for this instant, to fit it in that little bottle there, I'm going to have to cut it down. So I've cut a piece down earlier, small enough so it fits into the bottle. There's a calamus there. So that's going to go into the oil also. No potion up this way would be complete without Whitby Holy Water. You know I love my Whitby Holy Water, I love Whitby. So I'm going to stick a bit of that in there too. 3. Yeah. Just to make sure. Okay, it's Whitby Holy Water. One of my favourite ingredients, guys, is dragon's blood. Again, really protective qualities. It's been made earlier. It's made from a resin. And it's kind of melted down in turned into oil form. It makes this nice, beautiful, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's almost like a blood red colour. So one of the ingredients I'm going to put in there is dragon's blood. Again, very protective, very effective. And some dragon's blood, another bit in there. 2 pipettes. I mean, this isn't exact science, guys. It doesn't matter how much you put in, how little you put in. It really doesn't matter. It's what you feel. Again, a lot of people believe the Drahbarni magic is linked to fairy magic and stuff like that. Yeah, I suppose it is. We're using nature. And again, like when I'm taking herbs and stuff like that, and collecting herbs and stuff, I will always ask permission to take them. I will always thank them once I take them. Sometimes you may not even take them. We were walking through the park the other day, could do with some conkers, and a squirrel literally started launching them at our heads. So went over, picked them up, given by nature. Next ingredient, guys, again, very protective, lavender. You can't go wrong with lavender. Lavender does all sorts. As well as smelling really nice, it's really protective, it's really healing. So we're going to put a couple of drops, a couple of heads of lavender in there too. 1, 2, 3. Okay, as you can see, this is typically Drahbarni magic, guys. This is herbs, carrier oils, everything is natural. The next thing I'm going to add is pine cone. So obviously that's not going to fit in there. Okay, so therefore I've cut it down. I've just broke off one of these little bits up here. It still represents the same thing. It's still very protective. Still very. I've just cut off like one of the branches there. I'm just going to pop that into the bottle also. Okay. Next ingredients, guys. One of my favourites is rowan. Rowan can be used to summon spirit to you. It can be used to ground the spirit to you. It was said that a woman who had been, what's the word? A woman had been scorned, if you like, by her husband at the time. Unfortunately, the husband died. Back then, people lived to sort of like 30, 40 years old. It wasn't old at all. And basically, she was told after he had died that he had had an affair. So she made a rowan crown and a rowan staff and went to his grave and demanded that he come and tell her the truth. And he did. I'm not sure how true it is, guys, but again, there's no smoke without fire. So again, rowan is amazing. It can summon, it can protect, it can heal. But when we were on investigation vs Paranormal, we did use a rowan staff just to see what would happen and just to test the theory. And we got a really good picture of a lady in a white dress, almost Celtic. You know, go across to ESA and Paranormal, guys, have a look at the picture yourself, see what you think. Okay, so I'm just going to put one bit of rowan in there, as it's really effective. Okay, a bit of rowan bark, in it goes. So you're getting quite a little herby combination in here, guys. See? Next thing I'm going to use, again, no spell will be complete without bay. Bay will alert you to negative energies, any negativity that's affecting you and stuff like that. Again, we don't need too much, guys, for it to work, so I'm just going to break a little bit of bay leaf off. Again, this can be purchased in the supermarket. I think it's something like 75p a box or something like that. But if you're worried about spirits, stuff like that, you think your house maybe have a ghost in it, stuff like that, a bay leaf will tell you if that spirit means you harm or not. If you light it and it turns black, there's negativity around you. If you light it and it just smokes, it will have the opposite effect and it will clear anything that is in that general vicinity. So I'm going to pop the bay leaf in now. If you can see it, it's very small. I'm going to pop that in as well. In you go, bay leaf. What I should have done is brought up a carrier oil as well, but I haven't. But we will have to use holy water. Again, sage. As you know, sage wands and stuff like that, especially when you're clearing a house of negative energies or spirits, stuff like that. Sage is used. A sage wand usually, something along, it looks a little like this. But again, it can be found in the UK. You can find sage around. You can find it in a supermarket. Again, the protective qualities and the banishing of negativity will help, especially when someone's aiming magics against you. So I'm just going to pop a few flakes of that in there, give it a shake. Okay, getting a little combination in there now. Next one I've got, guys, is, I've done lavender, Rowan done. The last is one of my favourites, Angelica root. Again, really protective qualities. I don't know why I'm so drawn to it, I just am. Angelica root is awesome. Really protective qualities, real healing qualities. Again, this isn't to be consumed, guys. This is literally used to anoint a candle, which I'll be showing you in a minute. Yeah, Angelica root. If you haven't got any, get hold of some. It's awesome stuff. Like I said, the healing, the protection, all of that from here is amazing. 1, 2. So a couple of little bits of that in there. What I'm going to do, also just as a little bit extra, I've seen the wife's left some Whitby crab shell here. Again, Whitby crab shell is really protective. Anyone who knows of Whitby, it's quite a magical place. You know, it's been featured in programs such as Buffy, stuff like that. It was the inspiration for Bram Stoker when he was writing Dracula. If you ever get a chance, guys, when you go to Whitby, like I said, it's so, what's the word, energising. It's a bit like Stonehenge. Whitby is a bit like Stonehenge down our way. You go there, if you're sensitive, you're automatically going to feel energised, feel better, and feel powerful. Third eye chakra. So last ingredient, guys, we're going to put a bit of devil's shoestring in. Okay, devil's shoestring can be purchased in the UK, really, but there is a UK substitute, which is honeysuckle, I believe. You know, I'm just going to put a couple of little drops of that in there as well, just to add to my oil. But again, honeysuckle, as you know, guys, most of you grow it in your gardens and don't even realise it's in there. That's the one you can, like, literally suck the stem and you can taste the honey out of it. Okay, and then my Whitby crab shell. Again, this is all sourced in Whitby. Same with the holy water, same with the earth, the sand. We love Whitby, and like I said, the protective qualities there. If anyone watched the last video and heard chanting at about 3 minutes 42, that almost seems set up. You know, come here yourself, have a go yourself. You know, that was not planned. We don't know where it come from. The only thing we can think of, maybe it was a motorbike going past, which vibrated through the stage behind. Okay, guys, so the last bit, like I said, the Whitby crab shell, really protective qualities, and again, crabs walk backwards, so they walk backwards, sideways, stuff like that. So it's symbolic of sending it back to sender. And there you go, a return to sender oil. I can put the ingredients down for you when I've finished here. But like I said, what I'm going to do now, we're going to anoint our black candle. You know, it doesn't have to be a black candle, a dark candle will work, guys. And like I said, it's important when you're setting your intention not to direct this to an individual. If you direct this to an individual, you risk getting the karma back. So you want to direct it as a whole. So anyone who's trying to do me any harm or anything like that, this is coming back to you. Don't like it, deal with it. You know, don't play about with things you don't really understand. Okay, so I'm just going to anoint the candle with some of the oil. I'm going to get some of the oil on my finger. Okay, and I'm going to work the candle from the bottom to the top. Some people draw a cross. It's entirely up to you if you want to do a cross, guys. Again, it's not a symbol I really recognise. as long as the whole candles, if you've covered every side of the candle, I can't see it being a problem. And I've had good luck with this return to sender before. I've not had the problems with one of the guys I originally created it for. And like I said, in the family books and stuff like that, the spell books, it's quite clear in there. It's obviously been used for a lot of years. But that's the joys of Drahbarni magic, or fairy magic if you want, whatever you want. I don't necessarily want to be known as a fairy, as most guys don't. But again, if you look at fairy lore, and you're taking stuff from nature, it's the fairies that give you that. So all I'm doing here, guys, I'm just, like I said, I haven't brought a lid up, so I'm just giving it a shake onto my finger and anointing. And as you can see, it's anointing the candle that's coming up. It should be shining. And once I've gone all the way around, I'm going to put a bit on the top. And now I'm going to set my intention. If you want to make it a bit more exciting, guys, there is a chant, which was in here. So I'm just going to use this one, which is in the family book. So whoever's casting to cause the pain, return intent to where it came. I wish no harm to come to you, but everything returns to you. So note it be. I'm going to look into the candle, focus on the candle. Light it. And again, guys, stare into the flame for a couple of minutes. Make sure it's not directed at any individual. Like I said, direct it as a whole. That way, anyone who's causing you, seeking to harm you, or to use magic against you, or to use curses or hexes and stuff like that, this will just send it back to them, so they can carry on if they like. Down to them. Those who wish to cause me pain, send it back to where it came. And the important thing, guys, never blow the candle out. Just stub it. Couple of seconds of pain, it's really not going to matter. So no, it be. That's it, guys, a return to sender anointment oil. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let your friends know. Check out Anankai Witch as well on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Drahbarni Man is also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know, guys, if you enjoyed it, let your friends know. Even if you're not necessarily into magics, the history of the Drahbarni people, you know, that's the whole intention of me doing this, is to show you the beauty of the Romany as opposed to the negativity you always see. I've been Drahbarni Man, thank you very much. Have a good one. Blessed be.